This video is a brief tutorial for the notevars shortcut file, which is included in the shortcut file library of the Inline Scripts plugin. The notevars shortcut file allows for editing variables in the YAML front matter of notes. These variables are useful to a number of different plugins, most notably DataView, which we'll be relying on during this tutorial. So it has 5 shortcuts in total. Ignore the first one for now because it's ancillary to the system. I'm going to start with notevars set and notevars get and give you a demonstration of how they work. So we have this test node on the right. Let's add a variable to that test node. Notevars set, then we give the name of the note, test note, the name of the variable. Let's use name, and then value. Let's choose John. Okay. And you notice it did not have a YAML front end before. Now it does have a YAML front end. It added it, and it added the name John. Let's create another variable. You notice it kept the front matter and appended the race variable to the end of the front matter. Now let's add a bit of DataView to see how this can be useful. And let's see what happens when we're in reading mode. We're going to update the name variable. The markdown updating when you update the variable is currently handled by notevars. In fact, that first shortcut that I skipped over is one where you can turn that on or off. Now that we have some variables, let's see notevars get in action. Okay. Pretty straightforward. So that's one half of the functionality that notevars provides. Let's take a look at setArray and getArray. And I'll switch back to editing mode now. setArray allows us to set variables to arrays of values. So I just set the variable hobbies to an array. Test node getArray, on the other hand, allows you to get an individual item of an array. I just got the first item of the 0 indexed array. And that pretty much covers everything. In summary, notevars get allows you to get the value of a front matter variable. Notevars getArray allows you to get one item of an array variable. Notevars set allows you to set a front matter variable. And notevars setArray allows you to set a front matter variable to an array. And then notevars isMarkdownRefreshed is a flag that you can turn on and off that determines whether to refresh the markdown in reading mode whenever notevars updates a variable. Before we end, I want to show an example of how I think notevars can be best used. Rather than having the user directly call notevars, I'm thinking that other shortcut files can wrap around it for their own purposes. For example, let's say we have a folder for character sheets containing a character named Larry. For this example, let's just pay attention to hit points. Now what I'm thinking is you'd create your own shortcut file to do something fancy using the basic notevars shortcut file. In this example, I'm going to make a shortcut to hurt a character. First, we're going to get the character's current hit points. Then we're going to reduce the hit points, but prevent it from going below 0. Then we're going to put the modified hit points back into the character sheet. And finally, we're going to let the user know what we've done. And I always put in double new lines at the end for a nicer layout. Now let's try this new shortcut out. We'll try hurting Larry for 2 hit points. Okay, there it is. You can imagine a whole game system being set up in this way using varnotes on the back end. And again, this markdown in reading mode is being automatically refreshed by varnotes. I know that the developers of the DataView plugin plan to auto-refresh inline queries like this, but at the moment that's not working, so varnotes is set up to do it itself. So that's all there is for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.